Ugh. 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 I drank all my coffee and it was delicious. Welcome guys. Hope you're doing well. I guess I hope you're doing well. Possibly. But you know what, let's begin. We got some cool stuff to do today, and we did some cool stuff yesterday, which I'll show you here in a sec. And we'll continue to do even more cool stuff. So let's begin. Hello. Welcome back. Behind me, you may notice many purple things, and in fact also a blue thing. These things are new Forge objects. Have I seen the picture of me in stream chat? Oh god, there's more? No, I have not. I have not seen them, nor do I wish to. I'm gonna be, like, forced to at some point, I'm sure. But no, I haven't seen them, and no, I don't wanna. Inevitably I will, though. Getting back to the main point here, if you look behind me, there are purple things, gray things, and blue things. Beautiful. I know. These are all great objects that I lovingly and carefully, violently ripped out of Halo 3's campaign. Because inevitably, if you're going to be making stuff on the Forge canvas in Ultimate Forge, you're probably going to want to do some Covenant-themed objects. That's been the biggest request by far. Everyone's like, rejected. I was trying to make a map on the Forge level, or on the Flood level in Ultimate Forge, and the Forerunner Halo Reach objects, they look like doo-doo. They look like straight dookie on that map. I hate them. Can you give us Covenant objects? And I was like, good point, honestly. Good point. Why is my chair on the new Mount Boss map? That's not true, right? Somebody tell me that's not true. We need Covenant skyscraper so we can build high charity mounts. Hey, we could possibly make one. All right, here's my plan, right? Here's my plan. As you know, there are many Covenant objects here. Destroyed debris objects right there, actual structures and individual pieces, stuff that's actually very useful for building. And we have many more to add today. However, we're also going to be making our own Covenant structure objects for that map, which I'm happily going to show you. Come with me. These are all the objects we did yesterday. And I'm going to be honest, we did a lot. We did a lot. Doing this in the span of like 3 hours is low-key kind of crazy. And these aren't like lazily, quickly done. Like, we actually got detailed, competent, optimized physics models for every single one of these objects. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And so what I want to do is more of this, but one idea I was also tossing around is these. As you know, every Ultimate Forge map, you probably know, every Ultimate Forge map has these Forerunner plates. I made them a long time ago. They're fine. Very useful if you just want to build big walls and floors and ceilings and stuff. But I was like, well, wait a minute. If we're primarily going to be having just a bunch of Covenant stuff on the Flood map, why don't we just take those and retexture them to be giant Covenant plates instead? I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, how is he so smart? How does he do it? And honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm just that good. But I think that's what we're going to do today, on top of adding some more objects in. Because I think having the Flood Sandbox have this unique Covenant Forge palette with tons of cool Covenant objects is actually just going to be insanely useful. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, we need like, oh, giant Covenant skyscrapers and stuff. Well, not only am I going to try to add at least one giant Covenant structure for stuff like that, having these plates and having them be Covenant themed will let you build your own big structures, big Covenant structures. Any tips and tricks for Overwatch? Yes, my biggest tip, play Marvel Rivals. I like it more. It's more fun. Oh, so many. I know, look at this. Look at this. Are you ready? Oh my god, detailed physics models. It's incredible. Oh my god, it's so optimized. How does he do it? He's so good at this 2007 game engine. It's insane. My god, look at the way that he's just... Oh, how does he do it? Where you can even stand inside the funny Covenant piece where the hole is. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, anyway, so that's the plan today. When am I gonna add the Scrungus? That's a good question. I've been thinking about the Scrungus a lot lately. We might get to it today. You never know. You never know. Anyway, this is our current collection of Forge objects. I will say, okay, these are all great objects. I know many of you guys and many people who aren't here who are going to play the mod later on when it's fully released are going to do incredible things with these Forge objects. But I think these are the best ones, honestly. Being able to just shove these into a wall somewhere like how Bungie did. What I realize is these are all, like, when it comes to level design, and especially forging, when it comes to that kind of stuff, Bungie really just was doing advanced Forge when they were designing these levels. And what it really feels like is I'm just taking these objects out of campaign, and these were like Bungie's Forge objects when they were making the mission Cortana, or I guess technically Floodship, which became Cortana, whatever, semantics. And so I feel like I'm just taking Bungie's really cool Forge objects out of campaign and then turning them into actual Forge objects for you guys to use, which is pretty cool. I like that. I think that's a good time. So this basically just means you kind of get to make your own, I wouldn't say like campaign tier levels, but with all the other Forge objects that already exist in the mod, I do feel like it's somewhere in between. This mod ends up somewhere in between and making actual like levels and Forge, which is so cool. I love it. And I do think these are going to be great. But that said, we have a ton of other Forge objects as well that we don't even have in the game right now. And I'm going to add them all today. And we're also going to be making a couple of our very own, I know, crazy, a couple of our very own Forge objects. I definitely want to replace these plates right here. Gone. Well, they're staying. But I'm going to make Covenant versions of them. And that's going to be, I think, pretty fancy. Here in Blender, you can see these are all the objects. You can see here's the giant pillar that we already have in the game. Here's that round object. Here's that gray wall right there. And here's the little Covenant Roomba, the blue one from right there. So they're all in here. We got this one, we got this one, and these three right here we also got in. So today, the goal is to get the rest of these objects in. So this cool metal plate thing, this weird shield thing, whatever the hell this is, this thing. This is actually just a flood object. I just want to add it in so you have more flood goopy goops to place all over the place. We got to get this, and this. So a decent amount of objects. Oh, and I almost forgot, very importantly, this one's kind of cool. I definitely want this. It's just a gigantic chunk of the flood ship. Very nice. But most importantly, I want to get these hallways in, man. I really want to get these hallways in. I think getting the Covenant hallways in will genuinely be a massive thing to be able to make your own interior spaces. I think people are going to look at this and they're going to go, oh my god, big W. And that's just what they're going to say. They're going to say just like that. Yeah, Covenant ship hallways. Yeah, so these... And look, Bungie already, in their infinite wisdom, had already separated these out into individual objects. They were just... And we already have, you know, Forerunner hallways from the final mission that are in a lot of the maps. Honestly, very useful objects. People make a lot of cool tunnels with them. But I'm thinking, how cool would it be if you could use these as hallways? We have to be getting close to the Forge object limit. Not on the Flood map, because on this Flood map, I'm sacrificing Reach Forge objects on there. In the same way that on the ODST Mombasa sandbox, I deleted a bunch of Halo Reach Forge objects so that I could use the custom ODST buildings and stuff. I'm doing that for these here. Thank you for the tune, Nande.
Like with these, people can make some downright official-looking multiplayer maps with just Forge pieces.
I hope so. I really do think people could. Does this mean we can get UNSC hallways too? Maybe. I mean, I don't know what a UNSC hallway would necessarily look like, though, is the problem. Like, would that be, like, a hallway from, like, the spaceship map Orbital, a hallway from a random building in New Mombasa from ODST? Would it be, yeah, like a World War II style crow's nest hallway? Like, there's a lot of, like, human hallways. And I don't want this to go explosively out of control. I was happy to do this for the Flood map because I already had most of these objects just sitting around from when I designed the interior for the giant Covenant ship forge piece. So this really wasn't a massive undertaking for me to just kind of make these, make them work. Human style flood door. I don't know what that means. I really want these. Yeah, well, don't worry. In the next playtest coming up in probably just a couple of days here, because there's not much left before the playtest, just a couple bug fixes besides these objects, you will be able to make some maps with these to your heart's content. It should be really cool. Of course, they'll be on the Flood map. They won't be here on this grass map. I just thought it looked nice to have them out in the open here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually switch over to the Flood map. We have to find a workaround of the Forge limit. Hey, we had somebody here in chat who actually was working on that, and it was amazing. However, that said, I'm not actually entirely sure that that would work as well as I was thinking it might, because I encountered something interesting. I think the 255 object limit for Forge might actually be close to something like as an object limit for everything overall in the map. Because my map started crashing as soon as I added, like, around that many items in general, not even just to the Forge list. So I'll have to do some more experimenting to find out, but hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Oh my god, it's Zophie! Rare Zophie sighting, dude. Zophie, surely you're still working on Halo 2 E3 stuff. Surely. Alright, I'm booting up. This is Flood Sandbox now. This is where all the items will actually be. And I'm going to go in the background really quick and open up all my projects folders so that we can just start spamming brand new objects into the game. But, it'll just take me like 2 seconds to pull up all my folders. So I get my Halo 3 editing kit folder. Get the tool out so I can import stuff. Go to my Ultimate Forge objects folder right here. Ooh. Flood folder, perfect, and then go here. Awesome. Okay, so I got all my folders open, and Flood Sandbox about to load. What if we make a palette that's just rats, rat-shaped like building pieces? I like the way you think. Making some solid points here. Damn it, I can get these pieces in way too quickly. It's so smooth. Look, I'm gonna turn errors on. Watch this. I'm gonna turn all errors on. You can see, the Covenant ship is a mess, alright? I didn't even try to make it good. But look at these. No errors. To be fair, that's basically just because Bungie did all the work, but How nice is that? So, all of our forge objects are looking lovely. We're going to be able to definitely make some absolutely fire stuff with all this. However, we got a hell of a lot more to add into the game. We get to make a decision. So we already got all these. Well, not this one. I want to add in maybe some of these pieces right here. These are some cool new structure pieces that I think would go a long way. Imagine if we got a fully modeled Pillar of Autumn or an Amber Clad. It's not out of the question. Still waiting on Dead Zebra. I mean, I may have to not add the Dead Zebra. I hate to say it, but it might just have to not get added. God Emperor Donald with the
Happy
2.
Australia Day from down under Jiralani Ball. Wow, 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 wee woo.
Yeah, sorry, I blacked out there for a second. Anyway, thanks for the 2. Appreciate that. Thanks so much. What is this? Sanctuary Shield. We're going to put this one in, and we're just going to go down the list. We're going to put these in so quickly, it's going to be nothing. So let's do this. We're going to make a new file really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and grab the flood objects. Actually, where was it? I think it was assets? Yeah, okay. And that was called the shield. So here is a brand new file with our shield over there. And I pretty much mastered this process yesterday and just getting it to work super, super fast and quickly. So we're going to continue doing just that. Check stream chat. Let me do this object, and then I'll check stream chat. So we need to make a physics model for this. Actually super easy. So before I even do the physics model, we're going to rename this to Cov Shield, because that's going to be the name I make for it. We're going to duplicate it and give it the @ sign to turn it into a collision model. So this is what the bullets are going to mess with. They're going to interact with when you shoot it. You know, bullets can't be going through stuff. That'll be kind of weird. And in order to optimize it, right, because you don't want a full fat render model. You don't need all this detail if you're just trying to have halfway decent collision for your bullets. So what we do is we merge everything together, because Halo objects need that. And then we're going to clear it out. I'm going to shade it flat so we can kind of see it in this low poly rendered way. And then I'm literally just going to decimate it. We're going to hit generate, decimate down to half detail. And it looks messy and ugly, to be honest. It do be nasty. But that's totally fine, because you will never notice that in-game, and it helps on performance. So there we go. A lower poly version of it. Like, you see, like, look, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, whereas on the full rendered version, it's like all that. Good performance. You want that. So the next thing I'm going to do is make a physics model for it. So this is the stuff when you're bumping into stuff. Whenever you spawn this object in Forge, you know, you bump into it. You definitely want this to have good collision. So really quickly, actually, before I forget, I'm going to remove all the slots on the collision model. And I'm going to give it a new material. That's going to be a code name, which is Hard Metal Solid Cov, which is a Covenant hard metal material. And I'm also going to give our physics here the exact same material. So the game, as soon as it reads this name, it'll know to give it just a metal material. That's the name of a metal material that's actually just used in Halo 3. And so that means it will, when you walk on it, it'll make metal sounds. When you shoot at it, it'll have metal effects. Pretty straightforward. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So for the physics, it's good to see you doing more Covenant stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to grind all of this out. I think it'll honestly be pretty easy. This is very fast stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but I really like this. I think this is super fun. I'm just having a great time working on these. It's very satisfying to just take these objects and have them like slowly come to life. You know, it's very cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and split this. And I'm going to do an X-ray view. And I'm going to try my best here to just try to line these up. So, we go boom. To there. To there. We got that shape kind of mapped out there. And I think we could realistically take these bits here, move them up to the top, and then we could do Z, X. So it's kind of moved down there. And then I'm going to do one more split right here. And we're going to move these down like that. Scale them out. And basically we just want to kind of get the general volume of the shape. It doesn't have to actually be perfect or anything. But as long as you get the volume of the shape pretty good, that's fine. We're glad you didn't freeze into a cube. Dude, there's so much ice. The entire city is shut down right now. It's actually so wild. It's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and make a split right here, and that's going to let me push this shape back inwards a little bit to kind of fill in the volume a little bit more accurately. That looks pretty good. Let me make sure this is nice. I think that's fairly accurate to the overall shape, so we shouldn't have any issues there. So I'll leave that, and then I'm not going to edit this shape anymore. I'm going to add actually a brand new second shape to this. Actually, I'm going to try this. This might be a little overkill, but I kind of want to just make sure this is like reasonably accurate. We go like that. Not perfect, but decent. And that should be fine. So there's one physics shape. We're going to make another one really quickly. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to create a new cube, separate it to its own object. And I'm going to use this cube to fill in these side spaces here. We'll go stretch it out like that. Scale it up. And we're going to take the back face here, snap it like that. And since it's actually thinner than the other piece, I'm just going to bring it roughly to there. And we'll just try to scale it till it matches the general shape. Go like that. Should be good. And then on the bottom here, I think it actually does match pretty good. Yeah, like that. And we can just extrude down. Shrink it inwards. And I think that is all we need for the physics model. I think that's pretty good. If you take a look at like the physics model there, I don't think we really need anything else, honestly. I think we're good. What models need a vertex group and halo region? When you start getting more complicated models, you absolutely do need those things. For this, it's really not required. This is a simple crate object. It doesn't have any unique regions. It doesn't have anything crazy like that. Stream is quiet today. Is it? I guess my voice isn't even hitting the red, really. Let me... There we go. Oh! All right. There we go. A little bit louder. Hopefully that's better. I'm also kind of far away from my mic today. Anyway, so if we want to get this in game now really quickly, all we got to do is make an armature. Every Halo model needs to have a bone structure. So we're going to do this. We put those two just on the armature. And for this one, for the collision model, it's always got to be parented to a bone unless you have vertex groups, which I don't because I'm lazy. So we're good. Let's put it in the game. We export this as a JMS. Done. So that went into here as Cov Shield. So we have these folders right here. And we're going to go into our Halo folder, make a Cov Shield folder, and drop that stuff we just exported from Blender. And I'm going to yoink these two really quickly from another object. And we're going to do this in the tags folder as well. Cov Shield. Drop these objects in here. This is the basically like the parent objects that make it real. And now, bro, stream after shift is a lovely way to unwind. Hey, I appreciate it. It's cool that you just come in and unwind after work, man. That's sick, actually. It will never not be weird to me that people just like come in and want to like chill and watch modding shit that I'm doing and just vibe to it. It's really cool, though. I'm grateful. All right, let's bulk import these for the Covenant shields. There we go. Everything came in perfectly. We can see they all updated right there. All we got to do now, at least for my sake, so that it doesn't flop around on the floor, is set the physics to fixed so it doesn't fall with gravity. Now let's spawn it in. I could have done that even faster, but, you know, I kind of want to explain some of what's going on with this so that it makes a little bit more sense to you guys watching. But, yeah, we got a brand new object now. It was that easy. Here's our Covenant shield. Covenant shield. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of a decorative piece, but I think it's pretty cool. It's like, it could be used for a lot of stuff. I think we got a pretty decent physics model for it, too. Gets fucking bulk imported. Nice. Is Spire out yet? I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do the Spire, because the Spire is going to be a relatively like large addition to everything. And it would take a long time to get the Spire working. Maybe, though. I'm not going to say no, but why is it called Covenant Shield? Oh, because the object in Halo 3's maps was just called Sanctuary Shield. It seems to be some kind of like Covenant equivalent of like a shield crest, I guess, is probably what the designer thought, which is why they named it that. I'm just guessing here. This is a Covenant Research and Development pad, R&D pad, unless R&D stands for something else. So I kind of want to take this and yoink it in game. We'll do this next, and then we'll do this object. So let's grab Cov R&D pad. Or a wall shield generator. It could be that, too. Let's Let's do import. No, we're going to append that little R&D pad from there. So there it is. Let's do cov R&D pad. We'll move it to the center of the map. Looking good. Now, pretty straightforward to do the next part. We just make a quick collision model, which I am being lazy with. I'm doing it the easy way, where we just delete all the materials from it. Give it a simple metal material that Halo will recognize. Hard, metal, solid, cov. And then we merge all the vertices. Fix its shading so my eyes stop bleeding. And then we decimate the fuck out of it. Honestly, can I go further? No, probably not. Looks kind of especially bad there. But anyway, that's pretty good. For a collision model to have... Ooh, it's like a... It's still a lot, but whatever. Not the biggest deal in the world. Alright, now, this is going to be the easiest physics model of all time. Are you going to call it Covenant Shield and Forge Pallet? I don't know. I might just call it Covenant Shield. It's kind of like the weird names you see on some of like the the Forge World stuff in Halo Reach. Right here, this will be a physics model. We're also going to give it the hard metal solid Covenant material. Alright, so this will be the beginning of our physics model. Actually, I should probably add a cylinder, actually. And I'll do like... I don't think I need 16 vertices, but let's see. Scale 10. Ooh. Is 16 too many? Honestly, it might be overkill. You think this has more vertices than the render model? Okay, let's try that again really quickly. Add a cylinder. Let's do 8. Gyarados, thank you very much for the tenor.
Were you able to find a Master Chief model? If you haven't, then I will not watch your stream. Also, happy Australia Day here.
Yeah, happy Australia Day. Who the fuck is Master Chief? What does that mean? Is that like a guy from your military in Australia or something? What the fuck is Master Chief? Hello? I think this guy is crazy. You ever wake up low poly? Like you wake up and your detail has been substantially decreased? Yes. That's what hangovers feel like to me. Alright, we extrude to here. We scale to here. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to put a couple of cubes for like the side bits on this, and it should be easy money. Do a little cube. Scale 10. Separate. Rotate it 45 degrees in object mode to make it a little easier here. That way we can do local rotations to save some time. Damn, this shit ain't even at 45 degrees. It's at like 50 degrees. It's like 52 degrees. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We'll make it work. I'll just eyeball it. Right, so go like this. Gonna make it a little wider. Go like that. Move it upwards. Move this one upwards as well. And then take this up to here. I'm also going to grab this and turn it into a transform orientation so I can work with this a little easier. So we go like that. Go RY minus 90. We can take it back to here basically. And extrude to there. Don't want this to be like too high up. I think that's good. good physics. And then all I'm going to do is make a mirror for this, and we're done with the physics, and we're done with the whole thing. So we do mirror, apply all rotations, go like that. So now there's all 4 of them. We're going to separate them to loose parts, and now we're done. Physics, collision, render, this whole object is done. This is, I'm just going to give it the exact same name that Bungie gave to it. So Cov R&D pad. I'll come up with a better name for it when I put it on the forge list, but for now, that's fine. All right, we got to add a armature. Physics and render just get slapped onto the armature. My collision model gets attached to the one bone. And we're done! New object. Dude, I feel like we're going extra fast today. Maybe it's because I'm picking the easier objects right now, but like, this is stupid fast. Where's my R&D pad? There it is. There goes that. So we'll grab these. Boom. All right, let's get it in the game. I do low-key find it very satisfying. I used to hate doing physics models because I just thought it was the most tedious, annoying thing ever. But God, I really love it now. Something about it just has become immensely satisfying to me. The Aussie music scene's popping up now. I'm not really a big music guy. I'll just listen to it casually and find occasional songs that I really vibe to. So I'm not like big in the music scene. But what's going on with the Aussie music scene that it's like popping off? Boom! New object. Oh damn, it's actually really big. What the fuck? Why is it so huge? It looks cool though. I like it. Nice object. Very nice, very nice. Come from a land down under. And RJ making Guardian Forest. Eventually. Eventually. You do kind of float on the top of it, but also, I don't really care. It's better this way. This is so nice! New object unlocked, man. Big. Large. Turbo Sim, thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate it.
I wow have wow for wow feet wow of wow snow wow in wow the wow common wow of wow Massachusetts wow 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 wow. I wow don't wow understand wow your accent wow wow wow.
I thought we were free! I thought we were free of this bullshit! We went so many days. We went so many days without... Wow, wow, wow. I thought that's where the sentence stopped. I thought that was the problem. I shouldn't have done that. My bad, guys. Honestly, huge mistake on my part. I shouldn't have thought. I don't know what I was thinking, dude. I must be stupid. When are we getting hallways? I'm going to do the hallways after the individual objects. Because the hallways are going to be a whole dedicated thing, and I just want to treat this all as like one task here, and then hallways are task number 2. So we're going to get to them today, don't worry. We got plenty of time. All right, we're doing this one next, which is bridge cover tubes. No clue what that means, but we're going to get it. Bridge cover tubes. There it is. Wow. So, cover tubes. Also have no idea what this is. I'm just going to make some shit up when I write the name down for this thing. Shame the Reach Covenant stuff is so different. Yeah, the art style changed for the Covenant a decently large amount in Reach. Very odd. But nice. I do very much like Reach's art style as well. Halo 3 still feels like... This is like the most obvious thing ever, but Halo 3's Covenant art style feels like just Halo 2. You know what I mean? A lot of Halo 3 feels that way. It's like Halo 1 was its own thing, art style wise. Halo 2 comes out and completely revamps the art style for the most part. And then Halo 3 is just fancier, advanced Halo 2. Turbo Sim, thank you for the 2.
As long as I am free, there will be shit wow wow post wow. Throbbing wow Vania wow.
Whoa, whoa, wait, what? Throbbing wow? I don't think WoWs are supposed to do that, to be honest. Halo 3 is just HD Halo 2. That's what it feels like. I mean, there's advancement separate from that, but Whenever I port something from Halo 2 over, really it's just like, make the textures higher resolution. Make the model higher resolution. It's almost like Halo 3 is an extension of the Halo franchise. Yeah, well, okay, that's kind of missing the point, but you're not wrong. The reason I was making that point anyway, that Halo 3 became like an extension of Halo 2, is like ODST comes out, and then ODST no longer feels like an extension of Halo 2, but then it feels like a proper, like, it's like Halo 3 feels like an extension of Halo 2, but then Halo 3 DLC plus ODST feels like a newer art style that feels very distinct and separate from 2. Like Halo 3's DLC maps and ODST felt like way cleaner and different from Halo 2. So that way it kind of like found its more of its own identity. And then Reach was just like completely its own thing. So much of the art style changed. The Covenant architectural style changed. The human architectural style changed. Everything changed. Let's get rid of that little floaty bit. And then, are there any other floaty bits that I need to be aware of? No? No, we're good. Okay. John Halo also changed in Reach? That's true. They gave him way uglier armor for that one Easter egg. And I hated it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Next up, physics! Yay! So, we're going to do a cylinder with not 32 vertices, good God. We're going to do 12. This will become our physics object, so we got to name it appropriately. We're going to give it the metal material, so that way it works goodly. And where the fuck is it? Alright, there it is. It's tiny. So, this is pretty straightforward, to be honest. I'm just going to scale this up to the point where the sides kind of reach correctly to about there. And then we'll drag it back to here by snapping it correctly. And I'm actually going to separate this out. I'm going to split the cylinder. So separate. I'm going to rejoin these two back together. I'm going to select. Let's delete these really quickly so it stops being confusing. Join these two together. Okay, there we go. So now we can drag this part of the cylinder over, and then we can create a connection between these two, kind of like a flat side face that didn't exist before. And it's very, very nice, very convenient. We can close that up. I'll even close the top up here. We can drag that upwards, drag this one upwards as well. Honestly, I'm going to go bring this as high as I possibly can here, like so. L3 Mark V always looked weird to me. It is a little weird. It's kind of ugly, to be honest. I don't really like it very much. Brave, I know. Okay, so there's like 90% of the physics model done. Nice. I'm going to do another cylinder for the next part, though. Where's cursor? Selected. Yeah, so we'll do another cylinder for the next part. And this one should be pretty easy, I feel. I don't really think I need to do much more than that. That's pretty good. Now it's just a matter of getting this one done, and then that's it. That's the whole thing. I guess you could technically like fall through that bit and like stand there, but actually maybe I could fix that. Let me see. What happens if I do this? Let's scale them inward as much as I can there. Drag them upward as much as I can. Hey, that actually works really nicely. Cool. That fills in the volume reasonably well. Maybe I need to drag these up next. Nice. Hey, Gyarados, thanks for the 5, man.
Just saw a vid of The Undertaker coming out to Limp Bizkit at WrestleMania in the early 2000s on a motorbike. Looks like USA peaked there.
I'm going to be honest, I wholeheartedly agree. I do think we peaked there, and it's just been sadly downhill since then. As soon as Linkin Park became an old band, it was over, man. It's been over. One, two, three, four. I'm making just a little half cylinder here. Me when my physics models are optimized. Rip Chester, Rip Chester. Watch this. You guys ain't ready for this. One, 2, 2. Boom. And then, wait for it. Optimization, baby. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh, it's so optimized. I love it so much. And I should probably put some kind of like cube here so you don't like fall into the pit behind that. I think that should be pretty easy. It's all downhill when that brain disease started affecting Robin Williams. Yeah, true. That was sad as well. Maybe we're just all being old though. Maybe we're just being really fucking old right now. We're like, guys, don't you miss when it was our generation? Everything was better when it was our generation. Don't you miss when we were the target audience? Back when everything was good, specifically for me. That's like, I feel like that's boomer mentality. I feel seen by myself. To be fair, things were better in the 90s and 2000s for almost everyone. In America, probably, yeah.
Bro, life was over when they redid 3D animated Bob the Builder and the Teletubbies. Life was simple in the early 2000s. Cartoon Network, flip phones.
Okay, but your parents weren't watching Cartoon Network in the early 2000s. I mean, maybe if you were there. I think the correction here is to say life was simple when we were kids. Because being a kid means you have no responsibilities. Personally, I like being an adult a hell of a lot more than being a kid. Check stream chat? Okay, let me get this in game and I genuinely will check it. Alright, physics model, done! 200 triangles for a physics model, that's good. It'll do. Unless you grew up in the Dust Bowl, people always like to say. Yeah, true. I mean, listen, I can't blame anybody. I thought I had a pretty cool childhood. I have so many fond memories. But honestly, I like being an adult with a functioning cerebral cortex so that I can think about things good and enjoy the world in a deeper, more meaningful way than I could as a kid when I was just like, there's the colors, you know what I'm saying? Projected shotgun is a frontal lobe. It is, in fact, a frontal lobe, and it is working. Thank you for the 5 Gyarados!
Oh, okay, Mr. Look on the bright side. Tell us about modern Halo and the Didact.
Stop! No!
Better not say somebody told me.
No. Listen, okay? Yes, Halo has been on a massive downward spiral for a very long time, okay? Even the biggest Halo fans know that. They can't copium hard enough to say that Halo is doing good. It's obviously not. 343 absolutely and utterly failed them. But you know what? It's still a good world we live in. All right? Everything's fine. It's fine. Thank you for the 2, Adam.
The last rail panel finally showed up. After a bit of clearancing with a razor and Dremel, the Killing Floor 2 AR9 is effectively finished.
Ooh.
I could put the stock on and have it 100%, but legally can't till I do that SBR paperwork. Check stream chat for pics.
Okay, bet. I still boggles my mind you can't even put stuff on it, but understandable.
There isn't, nor was there ever any country for old men. Coen Brothers.
I don't get that reference. I never saw that movie. Sorry, I'm illiterate. I'm a limerate. Oh yeah, this is a really nice object. I do very much enjoy this giant thing, the way that it is. Very nice. Wait, I gotta test this part of the physics model real quick, but then I'll check stream chat. Oh yeah, that's good. It's good. Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, let me check stream chat real quick. Dude, Halo is my favorite book series. It's such a good book series. They should make some games on that book series. I would play a game on the Halo book series. You guys think they should make that? That'd be cool. Oh, damn! Wait, that looks crazy. Okay, this is what Adam's been working on for a minute. What the... Video game gun. Very nice. Very cool. Real version of the video game gun. From Killing Floor. Pretty rad. That actually looks so good. God damn. God damn. I like that. Somebody else also asked me to go to stream chat. Wait, well, who was it for? Oh, what the fuck? Wait, this is so sick. Xeno, oh my god, said whip this up earlier in Halo Infinite as a visual example of a Covenant skyscraper and why even just having an upscaled pillar asset would be super useful for making things like this on the Flood map. This looks insane, though. Wait, pause. It's giving massive high charity vibes, but like massively modernized. God damn, look at that. That's crazy. Holy shit, dude. That's so fucking cool. Halo Infinite Forge is so insane, man. It's made of like 10 objects. I was gonna say, as I was like peeking closer at it, I'm like, oh, that's just a door that you kind of recolored a little bit. And then I noticed these were kind of just like 2 giant mirrored objects and then like a ramp. I was like, oh shit, wait, that just like looks really good. Really, I mean, the thing is, it doesn't matter how many objects it's made of. You just have great use of assets. Gyarados, thank you for the 5!
Let me get on that COV research box.
Yeah, right.
I want to do some research and make some boop beep sounds.
Okay.
Whilst sounding wise like a prophet going, ah yes.
Boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. I think I may have made it too large. Actually, no, this is the scale it was at in Halo 3, apparently. I just ripped it out of the game at this scale. You have to crouch on it, and there, you'll have to put like an orb right here. You gotta put a big glowy orb, and you have to ponder it in order to do research. You just have to, it makes you think extra hard. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. I'm researching. Anyway, these all look pretty sick. There's some good ass objects. We already got 3 new objects in it. In like how long? Hasn't even been an hour. I was yapping for half of that. Seaman of Dong, thank you for the 5!
Who's that loser in the upper right?
Where?
Can confirm they're not bald. Drake knows what I'm working on.
The upper, there's nobody in the upper right. I'm in the upper left. You dingus! You absolute fool! But that's true. You're cooking, dude. I can't wait to see what you do with that. Actually looks insane. Made it pretty ship level. Oh, wait. What the fuck? This is sick. Hello? It's in Halo 3. It kind of gives me like some Halo 2 vibes. Wait, damn. This is all like custom architecture for the most part. This is pretty sick, actually. Damn. I frick with this. Pretty cool. It's like its own unique... Oh, fuck. I'm not even sharing my screen. My bad. Look at this. This is actually dope. Kyoken's been cooking on a new level. This is Halo 3. Sick. Oh, wait. You got like Oni boxes and then like UNSC boxes. Wait, that's cool as fuck, actually. Little helmet right there. Damn, this is like the Spartan 4 training facility if it was in Halo 3's era and they didn't completely revamp the UNSC art style. Oh, if only. That's really good. That's really, really good. Nice job. Makes me so happy to see people like you, Hyoken, working on Helmet as a Crate 2. Dope. I see what you did there. I was talking about literal crates, and you were talking about crate-type objects in the Halo game engine. Sorry, I'll die now. Next object. We got these 3 done already. Easy money, dude. So easy. We're gonna pause on the Covenant sticky tree. I'm thinking of a lot of ways to describe this, and none of them are very appropriate. Moving on, though, we have these objects here. I think this one is especially great. The Covenant decorator thingy thing. I don't know. It's a thing. You didn't see what I posted in stream chat? Thank God. All right, Covenant Deco A. That's what we're gonna call it. All right, let's do Covenant Deco A. Yeah. So here it is somewhere in the file. Let's move it to 000. Oh, it's so beautiful the way that it is. Yes, I love it. All right, so we're going to take it. We're going to call it Cov Deco A. Love that. So cool. Let me save it really quickly. Set it on fire. That's what the Fire FX is for. You can set anything your heart desires on fire. Remember that time I was working on Halo 3 Extinction, or maybe it was the Reach one, I don't remember, and I set everything on fire, the whole map? That was a good time. That was a good time. Making the physics model for this is going to make me want to do it. For real. So anyway, let's make a collision model. I can just tell how bad it's going to be already. It's going to be atrocious. Another hard metal solid Covenant. And then in order to make it look actually good, we got to merge, and then it's ugly, but then we have to un-uglyify it, and then we got to make it look low poly like that. Beautiful, so we can see its true form. Craze! 20 months of craze! Thank you so much! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. That's it. Wait, 20 months is actually insane. The fact that you've been here for 20 months already is kind of mind-blowing. I'm not going to lie. It does not feel like it's been 20 months. I've made maybe 10 months. 20 is crazy, though. Sometimes I think about thinking about us thinking. I do be thinking about that, but then I'm like, have we really been far even as decided? Oh my God, 20 gifted, dude! Hello? I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but that's still an insane amount of gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Craze. Holy shits. And you guys getting gifted these memberships. If you're in chat and you just received a gift, please tell Craze thank you, because that's pretty wild. Okay, 20 gifted is massive. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Goddamn. 20 for 20. Hey, $20 is $20. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Craze. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good old time. Hope you're walking down the street and jumping in the air and clicking your heels together going, woohoo, yay, woo. That'd be cool. Or not, you know, that's cool too, I guess. Dude, what kind of physics shape am I gonna do for this shit? Like, god damn, what the hell, man? I don't want to be a UNSC member, it's too much work. Good donut, give me 20. A rectangle. Oh, Demon, thank you for the 5! Said, okay, but the fire effects is just that, on FX. I want a placeable fire that acts like the flamethrower projectile. Oh, I got you. You know, I don't know if I told you this. I'm redoing the flamethrower's effects and functionality on permafrost. I'm gonna make it like a proper liquidy Vietnam-era flamethrower. It's gonna be fantastic. Oh, thank you for the gifted again, Craze. I'm cold and I have to work tomorrow, so good night, and I'll see you much later. Oh, I hope you're working from home, because working in these conditions is crazy. But I guess it's in your name. Sorry. I hope you have a good one. Thank you for the insane generosity, as always. You're insane.
Okay, but the fire FX is just that, an FX.
True.
I want a placeable fire that acts like the flamethrower projectile.
Oh, wait. You already... I read that one out, actually. I mean, we could do that. It's possible. They called us over the whole week, so I haven't been able to work outside. Yeah, my whole city's shut down right now. Nobody's doing anything. I tried to order a DoorDash last night because I was feeling lazy. Guess what? It didn't come. Dude, this physics model is going to suck so much wiener. Oh my god. I'm not going to use cubes. I'm doing this by hand. Okay, I'm slowly, like, piecing together some logic for the physics model here. I think if I do it in a series of strips, it should work well. Hopefully. Maybe. Okay, yeah, this might be it. This might be the move. What is this piece from anyway? This piece, like all the others, including these 3 we already got in a bit ago, are all from the mission The Covenant, aka the Cut Mission Flood Ship. And they're all just beautiful Covenant Forge objects. A lot of these, well, okay, not a lot of these particular, but a couple of these were already in the game technically, inside the ship here. Like here, this pillar. Oh, the Covenant shield is on the wall. I haven't even added this one. I forgot to even grab that. We'll be getting this giant thing. This is the piece we're adding in right now, actually. It's pretty cool. It's just a big thing that you can just use for general Covenant shape stuff. We convex hull this right now. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, let's see how much we can get away with here. So if I go there, and then there. Okay, I might be able to do this. not sure, like, okay, if I did that, okay, we cut into there a little bit. That's fine. I'm just going to do this reasonably detailed and then cut it down after the fact. This is a huge pain in the ass, but I see some massive time save coming up here, dude. Like, I don't know why I'm saying that like I'm a fucking speedrunner with this shit, but optimization is key, and making this actually optimized, but also not having to spend like 50 billion years on it, ideal. And if I convex hold that, oh, it's beautiful. So that's great, actually. That's super good. So if I just do that a couple of times here, easy, man. Easy money. So easy. Anyway, bye. Bye! I'll miss you. Oh my god, wait. My brain just expanded. Watch this. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Are you watching? Tell me you're watching. Okay, you're watching. Duplicate, scale x -1, flip normals back, drag this over. It's just that easy. God damn, I'm good. Alright, separate by loose parts. No, wait, not yet, actually. I'm gonna make a new vertice here. We're gonna separate that onto its own object, my single vertice. And then we're just going to trace this down here all the way around. And we're just gonna redo this strip, but we're gonna add an extra bit onto it. Okay, like that. Should be good. Oh no, it is gonna have to be... Okay, okay, okay. I figured this out. This insanely annoying collision model, or physics model, excuse me, is now a solved problem. Admittedly, a lot of it is just me tracing the existing geometry, but like, if it works, it works. And then we just go boom, 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 boom. Nice. And since this is a mirrored object, I get to do big brain, duplicate, scale x -1, flip the normals to fix them, drag it right there. Easy. Easy. I only see 77 views. It says 103 for me. Guys, if you love more than anything watching me sit in Blender and work on Covenant Halo props from 2007, please consider leaving a like on the stream. I know. This kind of content, you can't just find it anywhere. It's so special. Probably. Where else can you watch a guy work in Blender for hours on end? Probably nowhere. Boom! Boom! I disliked this stream. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. Okay, technically there's one more strip we gotta do, which is the one for this bit right here, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna mirror all of this, actually. Alright, now it's all mirrored, separated by loose parts. We're gonna do the following. We will Generate mirror. Is that good? That looks good to me. Apply, separate by loose parts. Generate mirror, apply. More mirror, apply, loose parts. And lastly, this one right here. Generate mirror, apply, loose parts. Which leaves only the center piece here and the outer piece to be done. Reasonably optimized, all things considered. Alright. We go again. I'm going to duplicate this vertice. Drag it to there. Actually, we gotta separate it. Blah, 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 blah. Cool, cool, great, fantastic. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do the end piece first. I'm gonna do the end piece first, because then I can just mirror it, duplicate it, and go to some vertices to do the center one. Easy. Okay, the trouble arises right here, where this little thingy here is, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'll need to drag this down into here. And then do the same here. So we have a shape like that. And then I will grab these pieces right here, duplicate them, separate them, and then in order to fill out the rest of the shape, I'm literally just going to go there, 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 boom, boom. Okay, I think we got this. I think we got this. And then I'll just go boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. If I convex hull that. Oh, perfect, dude. Oh my god! This is like solving puzzles. It's making my brain happy. Alright, let's generate a mirror modifier. Apply, separate them into different pieces. Do the same thing for this back bit. Generate a mirror modifier for it. Apply, separate. And now, there's only one area here, which is the middle. Which is an easy fix because these two, or I guess technically these four pieces here together, make a perfect recreation of the middle piece. So I'm going to go ahead, duplicate them. Like so. Duplicate, scale x minus 1. Flip normals, drag them over. Merge them by distance. Perfect. Alright, so if we want to see what does this physics model look like when it's all convexed properly, boom. That's good. That is a good-ass physics model. Perfection, dude. I love it. Get some hot cocoa? Hell yeah. That sounds nice. That sounds cozy. I hope you're having a lovely, comfortable night tonight, Demon. I hope you're having such a good time and you're so warm and happy. Bitch. Alright, let's put Cove Deco A into the game. Pain in the ass physics model. That one was really bad, but it actually ended up not being as bad as I thought. It's kind of chill. God bless America. Demon, thank you for the 5.
I mean, I was just shoveling snow for the past hour, so fuck off or you'll erase the hair from this drawing.
Oh, calm down, wait, I didn't mean it, man. You don't have to erase the hair. The luscious mane that I actually have needs to stay in the draw. Look at it. Look at that. Huh? We can't lose that. It's too beautiful. All of the bald naysayers need to be proven wrong. What I meant to say was, I think you, Demon, have the most luscious head of hair. Second to me, but still great nonetheless. Is that what it's supposed to look like? Anyway. Ooh, look at that physics. Look at that physics. No! That's crazy. Even walk inside it? What the hell? That's so... Damn, who made such a good physics model? What the hell, man? I don't abide by YouTube censorship. No. You're dead. No. Yeah, that's a great object. Look at this. Your hair's kind of messy, dude. Ever heard of this thing called a comb? Absolutely not. No, I refuse to use combs. I need to look like I just woke up at all times. It's my brand. Fuck a comb. Fuck your comb. I'll fuck your comb. Alright, back up. Ooh. Let's do this one next. I wish physics model didn't need to be a thing unless devs wanted specific models and actual measures of the physics model that didn't lie against dev. I wish. Just math. Just physics calculations and how they work out. It do be like that. I would say maybe AI could save us, but it'll probably take like 20,000 times the effort to calculate physics with AI as it does to just do basic convex hole physics calculations. It's like, oh, maybe they can do concave physics. No. Wrong. Death. GPU fires. Alright, pillar slant B. Do I already... Wait, do I have a pillar already? Why is my nose running all of a sudden? I swear to God, if I'm getting sick, I'm going to blow up. Alright, this is Cove Pillar B. Our brand new item in Ultimate Forge. Running the desert and Spaceballs. I don't understand. It's been a long time since I watched Spaceballs. Okay, I see the base I can do in likely about 2 objects. The main pillar piece I can do also in 2 objects, and the top I might be able to do in 1. I see it. I see it in my mind! Actually, base is 3 objects, this part of the pillar is 2, and this could be 1 or 2. I see it. I see it. Okay, really quickly though, because I drank coffee before stream, I have to make big pee-pee, so give me just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, gamers, I'm back. You know what that means? More forge objects. Wow. Look at that shit. That's nice. So you know what we should do? We should run over this and admire this physics model again. My god. The detail, it's overwhelming. Look at those concave shapes. So lovingly functioning. Oh my god, how does he do it? Alright, let's move on to the next object. This one, the pillar. This one's kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's definitely a good object to have in the game. Alright. First things first, we're going to merge everything. Making it look so pretty. Look how lovely that is. Alright, anyway, let's make it not ugly. Now it's way too smooth, so we got to do shade flat so we can see it clearly. Does the Covenant has a brie edge? Andy, I'm gonna need you to speak my language. What the fuck did you just say to me? I'm gonna go live chat. It's probably filtering out some people. Did I get hot cocoa? I didn't get hot cocoa. I might make some more coffee in just a little bit, but no. No hot cocoa. Not yet. Does the Covenant have a bridge? I assume you're talking about like a physical bridge, not like a ship bridge. In which case, yes, actually, I believe there is one. Are you in danger of losing power? I might be. I don't know if it's going to do any more ice rain tonight. Let me see. Is there any more ice rain on the radar? No, I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe from any more power outage potential. Yeah, it looks like I'm good. I don't think I have to worry. Could happen, but I doubt it. Alright, anyway, here's our collision model. So we're going to decimate it quite a bit. As much as we realistically can. That definitely does a lot. Let's see if we can get it down any further. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I think it's a very, very optimized version. Look how simple it is. While maintaining all the same shapes. You'll love to see it. Alright, now we do the physics model. Actually, first, let's fix the materials. Remove all of the materials and just make a single collision material. Hard, metal, solid, cov. Sweet. Very nice. Hear me out. A rectangle? Whoa. That's kind of insane. Alright, let's do a cube here. We're going to call this our physics object. Dude, what? I don't know what it is. I keep saying this, but like, I'm shocked. I used to hate doing physics models so much. And now I'm just like so into it. It's such like a tedious, boring thing, or at least it should be, I feel like. But I'm just having a good time. Oh right, I don't have snapping on. You do mine for me? Suddenly I hate physics models again. That's weird. I was really into it until you said that. I don't know what happened. That's so crazy. Physics model for anime Cortana. Yeah, I got some physics in mind, if you know what I'm saying. I was referencing boobs there. Alright, let's go ahead and go here, here. Can't do this anymore to go watch a Halo Ball already. That's crazy. I think what I have to do for this actually is make an entire base, bottom base piece here. Yeah, I think I have to go like this. And this will actually have to be an entirely separate, unique object. Hopefully, no. Looks like I'll have to actually do that. Then I can go here. And then lastly, I would take this and then this. And I'm going to just, in order to save some time, we're going to generate a quick mirror modifier on the y-axis there. Apply it. We'll merge by distance here. 1 meter, which should have cleaned that up. All right, so here's the base of the object. It's very detailed. I wish I could have done less, but I don't think I could have gotten away with it, frankly. Maybe this, though. I'd have to even add a little bit more detail. Love it. And we'll do mirror one more time, because now I added a little bit extra detail there. Cool. Make sure it's all merged. Awesome. And the convex hole... Oh, right. That makes sense, actually. Now we can just do this. Alright, so there's our base. God, I hate how unoptimized this whole thing is. Already at 150 vertices, and that's just for the base bottom of this. Which, to be fair, this is the part that I'm going to want the most detail on, because realistically, players are going to be running into this section of the object the most, but also, like, it does pain me a little bit. It does pain me a little bit. Alright, for the next part... Actually, can Master Chief even fit in there? Nah, it's fine. I'm not gonna add that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead... and do this section here. Grab all these, duplicate, do its own separate thing. So can we dissolve these edges, delete edges? Perfect. All right, so now we can do this. One giant edge all the way up to there. We need these most outward facing edges to come out to about here, maybe. Here. Here. And... ah, shoot, players are probably going to want to be able to go into this section here. Damn, this is going to be one complex-ass physics model. I guess it'll just have to be like that. Hey, we're off to a good start, though. The volume and the general shape of this is starting to look pretty good. I'm just going to start adding vertices around until the overall shape of this ends up looking halfway decent. Excuse me. Maybe like one more vertice up here. That's pretty good. You just using messy shapes like that in convex hull, and turns out it works pretty good. Nice big convex shape to make up the volume there. Love it. Then let's do convex on that. Duplicate it. Scale y -1. Awesome. Make sure that it is flipped normals wise. And with that and that. Flip. Or I guess recalculate. There we go. Alright, we're off to a pretty good start here with this thing. It's not too bad. We need a ball. No, we don't. No, we don't need that. That's okay. Great suggestion. Really appreciate it, but no, I think we're good on that, actually. I think we're chilling. Actually, why am I... No, I guess I kind of... Oh, damn. Damn! Oh, these inward-facing shapes. I hate it. I suppose I could do this, though. Go boom. 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 Is that good? Yeah. Boom. Hide the other physics shapes. Ooh. Really quickly. Go. Boom. 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 Alright, so now we have a big inward shape that seems to block everything really nicely. It's kind of like a core section. We're getting somewhere. Now we just need to do this outer facing section here. This kind of like cover bit, which we could probably do in a couple pieces. Oh, why does this physics model have to be so complicated? This was supposed to be easy. I guess it's fine. Now, I have an idea. Separate by selection. Convex hole. No, I lied. We're getting there, though. Slowly but surely. Alright, now that we have that... Oh, big brain! Wait. Separate this. And then... What I can do is mirror it. God, my nose is running. I swear to God, if I'm getting sick now, and just because it got cold one time, bro. One time. Mirror... Apply, and then if I take this, separate it, but then I take this and convex hole it so that it becomes a solid shape. I can do the exact same thing here. There's another one. Easy. Oh. Less easy. But progress, nonetheless. How's that? Ooh, that's a good shape. I like that. Let's extrude it down and in a little. It's a fucked up looking shape, but it's working. When did the ball thing even start? So long ago. The worst part, listen, I love this community, but the worst part about it is that some of y'all will never let something die. Sometimes you just gotta let something die. It's okay. Or that's allowed to happen. You can just stop calling me bald. It's that easy. You haven't accepted your hair loss where I had to stand up. But what hair loss? My hair's literally fine. I rest my case at bruh. But I hope you guys know, my grandma told me, she said sometimes she likes to tune into these streams, and she had to ask me, she was like, why are they so mean to you? It's like, I don't like that. Why are they so mean to you? That's what my poor, lovely grandma, I love her so much, and that's what she said. She asked why you guys were so fucking mean to me. Think about that. Think about that. My grandma, the sweetest lady on earth, had to ask me that. This is what you guys did. You guys did that. And that was a very nice physics model. This is fucking something. Oh, that's an intersection point. I see. Oh, wait. I can merge these. Nice. I don't think I can merge these, though, because they do need to have the space on the... Yeah, okay. Which is not a big deal. TurboSim, thank you for the 2!
If she couldn't handle the heat, that's on her.
That's not true, man. Nope, there was no heat directed at her. She just noticed. She saw. She's smart. She was like, you know what? These guys freaking stink. These guys are being terrible. You guys are straight evil. She realized. Because she's smart. She gets it. Why are... Dude, the Covenant curved shapes make me want to curve my head into my desk, bro. What? This is the worst. Grandma Shotgun,
How
thank you for the
about
2.
you shut your bald ass up?
That's
I didn't
crazy.
say none of that. You deserve this.
Hello? What the fuck? Don't bring my grandma into this, bro. She's too sweet and wonderful. Unlike you, that's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, I'm about to just put a giant-ass cube on this thing and restrict any player from even going into this fucking little hole cubby thing. It's making me mad. Fuck it. Cube.
That's Thetis Sonnet American 129. I'm so old that I predate the stars which became the carbon in yo mama's ovaries.
What the fuck did I just hear? Hello? Bro pulled out the chemistry. So I'm so locked in, but I'm just like mentally processing this shit like after the fact, trying to... Fuck it, another cube. Straight cubes, bro. Another cube. Absolutely massive. Huge. Another one. Cube. She let me watch South Park. My dad used to let me watch South Park. I was way too young for all of those jokes. But I had 3 older brothers, so you know, I learned about just about everything way too young. Which actually, W though, younger brother gets just all the knowledge, all the info. At that point, it's unavoidable. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I learned about the world very early. I do have a very distinct memory, though, of being in, like... I have a very distinct memory of talking to one of my friends on the playground in elementary school. I think I was in like 5th grade. And he was like, yeah, my parents had the talk with me about how babies are made. And I was like, I already know about that, dude. He was like, what? Really? He's like, yeah, he's like, it happens like this. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, your parents are so wrong. Boys pee in the girl's butt, and that's how babies are made. And I was like, so confident, bro. He was like, what? No, my parents told me something else. I was like, dude, I have older brothers. Your parents are so wrong. They don't know what they're talking about, dude. Your parents sound dumb. And he just took my word for it. He's like, well, he sounded so confident. I was like, okay. Like, yeah, dude, I got you. Unrestricted internet access generation. I was in the before times. But no, actually. To be fair, the internet was a lot less corrosive then. It was the Wild West, so it could be atrocious. But honestly, the chances, I would argue, were way lower. The internet was a lot more tame. I don't know. Yeah, true. Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember kids in my class being like, go to Lemon Party. I was like, what? What's that? Lemon what? What is this? Tell me more about this. Sounds so fascinating.
Ayo, what the fuck? I rejoined the stream just in time to hear you saying your parents are so wrong. Boys pee in the girls' butt.
I was telling a story from elementary school, dude. Don't make it weird. Listen, man, I was a smart kid, all right? That's just truth. My friends wanted to know how did it work in elementary school. They already had the talk with their responsible parents. I didn't. But I had older brothers, so I had to correct the record. I had to let them know how it works. They should be thanking me, frankly. Ooh, this is a good physics model. This is good. Okay, one there, and then I guess I gotta leave. I can do that. Well, that. Okay, physics model done. God, that was annoying. Worth it, though. We can get away with the cheap stuff up top, but on the ground where players are most likely to interact with it, we had to get some detail in there. Ooh, we did it. In total, the physics model is actually very optimized, though. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. You love to see it. This is how babies are dead. I was a, what can I say? I was a smart kid. I just, you know, I knew things. Hello? Alright, let's get this in the game. That one sucked. That one soaked up a whole lot of time. Good object, just so many fucking curved ass, round ass, inset shapes. It's fine now. It's actually fun. It's actually fine. Because we're done. Cove pillar B. This is going to be a big object. I'm pretty sure this thing is going to be very, very large. Boop, 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 boop. Bro should have just done a rectangle, I'm just saying. Well, now you can actually interact with this thing realistically. You're welcome! Actually putting in the effort. Me only able to do this because I have a weird hyperfixation with physics models lately. But I would do anything ever to avoid doing what we're doing today, like if it was like a year ago. Ooh, look at that. Covenant pillar. Huge. Now we gotta test to make sure the physics model's good. Me not doing the inset part here. Fuck that. Alright, what about over here? We can walk in the back a little bit. A little bit. It's fine. Can I stand on? No, that doesn't even let you. Oh, but I can stand here actually. Never mind, don't care. But it looks good! And also, these two pieces, they synergize. Check this out. This, my story wasn't true. This is how babies are made. Boom. Crazy, right? Look at that. Look at that, huh? Huh? This is pretty good, huh? It's not bad. Look at all these objects. It's beautiful. All right, let's do one that's not going to take 50,000 fucking years. Next object. So we got the hard ones out of the way, which was those. This one we might not really. I don't think we'll have too much trouble with that one, honestly. But what else? Anything over here? I think. Oh wow, we're pretty much done at this point. Holy crap! I didn't realize how many we'd knocked out there. Did I ever check the media channel? No, I didn't. I didn't even notice that you wanted me to look at it. Media. Ooh, wait, this is sick. Arcadia Vehicles and Halo Infinite's Forge mode. You're one of 3 people to have even made a bus prefab. Damn, this looks really nice. It's very ODST-esque. Damn, it's so clean. What the fuck? This is sick. Oh, it's based off of this. Wait, actually, that to that, that's pretty clean. Dope. Hell yeah. It's over 880 pieces. Good God. Looks nice though. A lot of detail. It purdy. EVA helmet buzz. The max for a prefab is 150. Oh shit. Why is it so many? I feel like it shouldn't be that many pieces. The wheels and stuff, and then the well, no, that makes sense actually. Okay, the only remaining debris piece we need to add is this, which I do think will be a really nice addition. Let me add a Master Chief and see if I have to do an actually good physics model or if I can just make it flat. I think I have to make an actually good physics model. We'll see. Not that it would be hard, just tedious. No! No! Fine. We'll get this. We'll do that one. We'll get that one out of the way. Got the Master Chief model that entire time you want him to Halo? That's not Master Chief. That's a scale model for the Halo games. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have Fortnite characters here in my Blender. I refuse. So, okay, it's literally just this piece right here, and then this piece. And I guess this, but I don't really consider this a part of the rest because it's like a gigantic, ultra-enormous scenery structure piece. But okay, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. So let's Cov Support A. Alright, Cov Support A, here we go. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna call it Cov Mesh. Alright, so we're gonna do this pretty easily. So make the collision model. I am just going to see what material are you? Are you reused anywhere? No, so we delete the sticking out wires from the collision model. Very easy. And actually, I am not even going to decimate this collision model. I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. Because it's super simple. Wait, I lied. Why is it so complicated? 1,300? What the fuck? Oh my god. No, we're just gonna leave it. It's just gonna have a complex physics or collision model. Screw it. Now, this is where the fun begins. Hard, metal, solid, Cov. So we get to make a physics model for this thing. The good news is I can make these areas right here solid. The bad news is I have to leave these open so that way players can theoretically fall through. Can you unbend it so it can be used as a repeated piece? Theoretically I could. I guess I'd have to make sure the textures work right, but I suppose I'd have to like get the proper version of it in here. Yeah. All right, whatever. We're just going to go for it. We're going to go for it. I have some ideas on how to do the physics for this, so we're going to just begin. We're going to make a cube to start with. We're going to give it the name physics. We're going to give it the same physics collision material we just added. And we're just going to begin. So I think actually this is going to be a very easy one. Now that I'm like actually looking at it. Because all I have to do is essentially repeat a bunch of stuff. Not completely, because I'll have to do some stuff down there, but we'll get there. Do an array? Pretty much. So we extrude all the way up to there. Then to here. Then to here. Then to here. And that's pretty much it. And I do need to split these into different pieces, admittedly. But we are getting there. Wait, why did I extrude this? Hold on, that's not right. Okay, that's pretty good. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Alright, now that I have done that, I need to split this into shapes that will not blow up. There's so many concave circular shapes on this, so it's going to be kind of a bitch and a half. But I don't think it's going to be too bad, honestly. I'm just going to keep extruding everything, and then I'll split it into a bunch of different pieces afterwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this works pretty good. All right, so keep going here. 1, 2, 3. I have to get a little quirky with this one. Oh. Okay, we're getting there. Then we can delete these two. The bottom in. Let's call this flood objects. Cov mesh. Alright, 1, 2, 3. This is kind of a pain in the ass, but we're getting there. What are my top 3 most hated sounds? I have a top 1 most hated sound, and that's it. My top 1 most hated sound is the sound of people chewing with their mouth open because of debilitating misophonia. God, I hate that sound so much. If somebody chews next to me, I will actually turn into like a blind rage. It was so painful growing up. It was so bad. How many kids just, their parents didn't teach them to behave like a functioning human being? They're sitting at the lunch table fucking... Oh my god, Jesus Christ, man. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Demon, thank you for the 5. Appreciate.
BTW chat, that reminds me, did he ever check my DMs to see why Neuro is the opposite of AM from mine memes?
No, I didn't want to watch that VTuber content on stream. People are just going to look at it and be like, okay. I'm a Neuro enjoyer, casually. I watch a YouTube video occasionally when some crazy shit blows up. this physics model is working pretty good so far. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think most people understood. But it's fine. Power, but if you want to see some weird Unity magic going forward, sure. We do be doing some cool shit. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Diadag, thank you for the super chat. 114 degrees tomorrow at work. Well, I mean, Jesus. Tomorrow's the coldest day of the year for me. Colder than last year, I think. It's just pure fucking ice outside. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Wait. Probably could have gotten away with not doing all that. Well, I have an idea. We'll go like that, and I'll take all of this and convex hull it. Ooh, big, large. Get rid of all the unnecessary vertices. Nice. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, okay, I'm actually going to keep it how it was. No, I won't. I lied. Alright, that seems fine. Moving on. Let's delete these. Dude, we're almost done. This is admittedly a much more complex physics model than I would have liked for it to be, but like, at least it's not like confusing and hard. It's just slow and tedious. I will take that any day over like the last one we had. Oh man, that was brutal. At least this is chill. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Could have reused the render model and manipulated it. At this point, I probably could have, but I'm so deep into it now. I was thinking it would honestly be worse, but now that I'm seeing how many vertices I'm using anyway, I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I totally could have done that. Probably would have saved me a little bit of time. Not necessarily a massive amount of time, but would have saved me some amount of time. Some is better than none. But we're already here. And technically, this, as a result, will make things a bit more optimized and nice, so... You know what? I'll take that. I put in more effort than I needed to, but at least there will be some minor performance gains out of it. Which notice the title, we make 400 UNSC flood-infected structures. I mean, it's kind of up to you as a forger in these maps to make like a floodified structure. Because the reality is you get to place down all these flood blobs and pieces. I was placing down just the generic Covenant Forge pieces and things in the mod. And honestly, you could floodify stuff just by placing like flood blobs and this and that all over the place. And it ended up looking very nice, actually. In the same way that the Mission Cortana takes place in, like, quote-unquote high charity, and it looks floodified, all of these objects here are the exact same ones unedited from high charity. And in order to make them look floodified, all Bungie did was, admittedly with the help of some decals that we don't have, but was basically just placing flood stuff like this all up and around them. And you have the opportunity to do that in Forge, so anything you place down, you can floodify to your heart's content with tons of flood objects that I've added. Alright, we're nearly done here. Hey, yo, Didact, what's good with you? What's your deal? You good? You fucking good? Oh, last piece, and then I get to start splitting everything up. Sick. Awesome! There we go. Okay, super simplified physics type model here. Easy fucking peasy. Alright, let's split everything up into different pieces. So, first things first. I'm going to split all the individual edges off of this piece. And I have just a sense for what needs to be convexed and what does not. So we're going to grab all of these individual parts off the edge here. Split them off. Alright, that's good. I'm going to do the same for all the interconnected pieces here. This should end up saving me some time, because by doing the connectors exclusively, something very cool will happen at the end. I'm basically bringing all these things onto their own individual islands, all these octagons that make up the shape of the base mesh wireframe here. And the cool thing that happens is there's a function in Blender I can use to save myself a little bit of time, which is selecting the... Oh, I gotta get these inside parts. I thought I was about to be done with this. Get those. And now, they're all on a bunch of islands. Separate by loose parts. There we go, look at them all. All unique individual physics objects. You'll love to see it. Kind of a bitch and a half. That's 51 physics objects, but at least it's optimized. At least it's optimized. Alright, let's put it in the game. Armature, single bone. Grab all the physics and the render model. Parent them to the armature. Take our collision model. Under the armature is one bone. Save, and let's put it in the game, dude. This is actually pain, but man, I'm doing it for you guys. So you can make cool maps with cool objects that are actually good and work as you would expect them to, with the appropriate amount of effort placed into them. When you play with these models in the next part of Ultimate Forge, you'll be like, nothing. That's it. They're not going to think about anything because it's good. When you do something right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. So I need to make sure I do this right. So that when you're doing shit, it just fucking works. You're not like, oh, this is kind of weird. I keep falling. Oh, shit's breaking. No, it's just going to work. Period. Here it is, the Covenant Mesh. You can place this inside walls and sticking out of stuff. Make it a great decoration for any kind of destroyed Covenant structure. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at all these, man. Look at all these great Covenant pieces. I'm gonna use that for a platform. You better be careful with it. Fall right through these holes. I'm gonna try doing some decorating with this. I gotta add these to the Forge list ASAP so I can start actually building some really cool stuff. Let's return to our main project. Beautiful. Alright, 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 alright. I think it's just this. This is the last piece, and this one's easy as frick, dude. I don't even know if we need this one, but I'm gonna add it because I think it's kind of cool. Okay, and then we do the hallways. We're gonna have actual Covenant hallways. These should also be extremely easy. Maybe thicken it up to make it a walkable archway. Well, I can also find and see if there's another Covenant bridge somewhere. We could also use these in Forge to just like make your own bridge by like stacking two of them together, if need be. I'm also going to be adding Covenant plates, like generic Covenant plates, so that would work too. Oh right, also we're going to do this giant object in the background there. It's a piece of the Covenant ship. I hope it looks good. We're gonna make maps look great on the Steam page, though. I agree. There's some bridges in the generator room in High Charity. Yeah, well, there's definitely broken ones, but there might be. Hopefully, maybe. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I might go make some coffee in a second, man. Okay, let's get this one in. I don't even know if this one's gonna be worth it, honestly. This one might look really ugly. Like, what even is this made of? Look at the strips. That can't possibly look good. I don't know, though. It was a generic scenery piece, so it was on a mission. It's gigantic. Actual boy. I'm a real boy. Thank you, Dickberg. True. I'm a real boy. That's so true. Oh, why does it have so many indents and divots? I am not doing all that, bro. I am not doing all that. You can't make me. I'm just going to make it flat. Physics model, flat. Hot cocoa coffee. Does sound rather good, does it not? I have to conserve my coffee, though, dude. I have to conserve my coffee. I can't go to the grocery store yet because the roads are so iced over. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I feel bad for anybody who's called into work anywhere in town. You have to go like 10 miles an hour on the road not to slip and die. One of my friends called me earlier today. He was like, yeah, I thought it was snow and I was driving around and then I just started sliding. I slid for like 3 seconds after I just tapped my brakes. Scary. Well, it's scary for people who haven't lived in wintry places and don't know about pumping the brakes. There it is. Covenant Beam. If you want to know what this looks like, I made a stretched out version of it inside here. Look at that. Pretty fancy. Love to see it. Not bad, it's not bad. You're like, what am I going to do with all these Covenant parts? I pretty much decorated the entire interior of the Covenant ship with these. The only object that's not here is this thing, and honestly, that's just because I forgot it. I probably should add it. Ooh, I need to grab these platforms, too. Somebody remind me to get these platforms. Literally just platforms and this triangle thingy. Okay. Pause for 2 seconds. Enjoy the disgusting flood ambience and the visual of all of these cool new Covenant-themed objects. I'm gonna go pee real quick. Coffee. Coffee pee. I'm gonna piss pure coffee. I'll be right back. Good news. I got coffee, and you know what that means. Another 10 years of streaming. The longest ever stream begins now. Oh. Man, look at these nice objects. My handsome Spartan standing on this cool little mesh grid thing. This cool pillar which slots into this cool object. This thing, whatever the fuck it is, I don't even know, but it looks cool. Oh, you know, I gotta get rid of this thing. Hold on, hold on. That's a light generating thing. Let me save this really. This is what? Beam. Cov beam. Let me see. Do I have a Cov beam already? Oops. Not you. Flood objects. Cov beam B. Oh no, wait. This was a Cov beam. I'll just call it Cov beam B. Screw it. Where do I find the Covenant shaders in Halo 3? They're all in the flood ship folder mostly. The 060 flood ship. Need a full scale key ship. Good luck. You got this. I believe in you. Yeah, I totally forgot about this. This thing right here, this is this little floating light. This is actually used for lighting the map in campaign, but obviously in Forge, there's no reason to have something that's used exclusively for making lights, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Let's get our new cover tubes in so we can get this fixed up real quick. Where is it? Oh, I don't even have the folder open because I've been just dragging everything in here. Objects, levels, multi, Alpine Sandbox Forge. I'm going to go to the flood folder, and then it's cover tubes. Oops. I left for an hour. What did you do since then? We got so many new objects in, and we're about to fix this one. Perfect. You'll love to see it. Yeah, these are the new objects we have. This cool mesh panel, which is a very complicated physics model that you can like fall in all these holes on. We got this really cool pillar here, which I think looks really good. Make some very cool stuff with it. It also slots perfectly into this giant tube-looking piece up here as well, which is pretty sick. Very nice and very good decorative bits. We also have this giant thing here, which I just fixed because I had a little issue with it. It looks very nice. We got this thingy, which you might have seen if you were here an hour ago. The big Covenant shield. We got quite a few objects in already today. And we're about to be done with all the objects. We're actually... There's technically one other big object I might be adding, but... save that. We're going to go back to the Cov Beam B, where this is technically our final object before we start doing the... hallways. We're gonna get the actual hallways in, but to be honest, I am debating adding one more like enormous distant style object. I just don't know how it looks in game, and I might actually load up Mission Cortana and see it, look at it, see if it's actually worth adding. Why is my camera so low? A little better. Oh, but hold on, let me take a deep, powerful gulp of coffee. Yeah. How many slots do I have in the Forge palette anyway? Enough. I'm cutting a bunch of the Halo Reach Halo Reach Forerunner Forge World pieces out to put these in for this map specifically. These are unique to the Flood map here, so I basically just get to sacrifice whatever pieces I want. I did the exact same thing on the ODST map as well. So the ODST Mombasa canvas in Forge, Ultimate Forge, also I cut out a ton of the Halo Reach pieces there and just shoved in a bunch of like ODST buildings, roads, light posts and stuff. This map is just getting the same treatment. I'll leave some in, the most like useful ones by my own judgment, and then just replace a bunch with these. Alright, here's our Covenant Beam. It looked nice. I like it. We're going to make it look even better. Will there be Covenant wall objects? Yeah, so I'm going to, on this map, it's going to spawn you in, not on a Covenant, or sorry, not on a Forerunner plate, but I'm going to replace all the plates with Covenant-themed ones. They'll be the exact same dimensions and everything, but they'll just be Covenant. They'll probably just have like a generic Big Covenant wall texture like this, with like maybe some of these trim parts, kind of like, not that one, where's a good example of the trim? Maybe like this metally bit on the inside, but like on the edges there. Will there be Covenant ramps? I mean, there's gonna be Covenant floor plates, which you could turn into ramps. Maybe some UNSC structures. I mean, we technically have two. We have that little watchtower, and then we have that little tent from Halo 2 that I upgraded. I feel like there might be one more. I mean, there's a crashed Pelican. I swear, like, there's got to be more than that. There's with like little UNSC crates and little comm nodes and stuff as well, but nothing like big. Before I get too distracted, let's just quickly create this. So let's make a collision model for it. We'll hide the render model very quickly. We're going to remove all the materials and give it a new one. Thank you for the gift of membership, Dickberg. Much appreciated. Congrats to Ricky on your membership. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Most generous way you can give back to the community right there. Appreciate you. That will do. Thank you. Very kind. I appreciate any of you guys who give me support. Sitting here on these vibe-ass Blender streams, which admittedly, I know as a YouTube content creator, this is not the best possible content of all time. But so anybody who supports me, whether it be membership, super chats, tips, honestly, I'm extremely grateful. I mean, I'm always extremely grateful anyway, but especially on these where it's like the content is me just fucking making cubes in Blender, I extra appreciate it, so thank you. I support you emotionally. I refuse to pay for affection. You know what? Valid. You're still gray, which makes you a second-class chatter, but I appreciate you. Just slightly less than the green people. Green people? What about blue people? Blue people aren't real. They can't hurt you. They can't hurt me. Because Blender streams are built different, they hit hard. So true. So real, so true. Alright, here's my large craniumed idea. I am going to build this curve here into the actual structure of this. So we're gonna go boom, 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 and then boom, like that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Alright, we convex hull that. It's looking good. Actually, let me just... Boom, 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 boom. Alright, perfect. That's a great start to this physics model. And now we shall go even further. What am I blending? I'm just making a physics model for this thing really quickly. Look at all the objects, man. Look, these are all working Forge objects. I made physics models for all of them. They're super nice and detailed. Look at all these. It's fantastic. Optimized collision models, optimized physics models. It's all just good. Look at this. This is a massive new palette for the Flood sandbox. Look at all this shit. That's crazy. It's been 2 days of pure blending. Next physics. Next. Okay, we'll go boom, boom, GXGZ. And you know, I'll bring it down to, I think I just have to eyeball this one. I do that, delete that, extrude this down. And if I do a fill there, and then I just simply take this one and I bring it upwards until it's like flat there. That's pretty good. You said, I love Marty O'Donnell not being able to not talk shit about Microsoft. You know? Some people are going to find that controversial because they disagree with him politically speaking, which, like, valid. But, like, everybody. You don't need to be Marty O'Donnell to hate on Microsoft. We should all be hating on Microsoft. It's something that brings people together. We should all hate Microsoft so much. That's one thing we can all get behind. Microsoft is the worst company I can think of. I hate them so much. Really just the most. Microslop. From just failing so hard with Xbox as a brand, from introducing shitty, disgusting, useless AI bloat slop into Windows 11, to shitifying Windows 11 overall, to having the worst hiring practices of all time, causing pretty much every issue I just described to happen in the first place. They're really just the worst. They're just the fucking worst ever. I hate Microsoft so much. It's actually insane. I didn't know it was possible for me to hate a company as much as I hate Microsoft, but, you know, I'm learning new things about myself all the time. Yeah, that's a good enough physics model. I'm not doing more than that. I'm fucking tired. Generate mirror. Oh, it's so beautiful. Loose parts. Another one. Mirror. Loose parts. Okay. The stream the monitor spraying the biomass, but is it possible to make the monitor's eye red? technically. Yeah, technically. I could do it just exclusively for that one. Make a flood monitor. I mean, it seems like a very extra detail that 99% of people are not going to notice, but it is possible. Asset subdirectories? What? Just put the entire Cortana mission as a forgeable object. Shouldn't be too hard. You're so right. That would be so easy. I should just do that. I didn't pay any attention politically, and yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Did I play Deadlock? No, I didn't. I mean, I could have played it, actually. I had access to the alpha, beta, whatever it was, and I just didn't end up playing. I heard they got a really big update, though. I heard it was like a really, really big update. What is the asset subdirectories thing you checked in Blender? Oh, it just makes it so it organizes the folders a little bit better. So normally when you export something, it just spits these files out. But when you do asset subdirectories, it creates these 3 organized folders, which then you can just copy and paste into your data folder. So it pre-organizes them into these 3 folders. All it does is create these 3 folders and just put them in there, instead of just shoving them out all at once. Just saves like a little bit of time. Oh! Ooh, nice. Very nice. Ooh. I like this. This is nice. New forge object. Big one. Big guy. Did you see the Dragon Ball Moro arc? Oh, they're making it into a movie, right? Dragon Ball Super? Did you see it? What do you mean, did I see it? In the manga, or what? I know vaguely about it. I haven't read the manga, but I'm aware of it. Vaguely. I haven't looked into it since like a year ago, to be honest, but... Did some crazy shit happen? It's not a movie, it's just series continuing? Let's go! Let's go! Holy shit. Hopefully with a better budget, dude. Last time Dragon Ball Super was airing, oh man, was it rough at first. Honestly, the whole thing was kind of rough, but like, at first especially. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is very nice. We're doing the entire beginning of Super. Wait, what? Really? Actually, is that true? I know they're remaking One Piece right now, which will be nice because I was unable to get past the first like 30 episodes before I stopped. Yes, it's true. Holy shit. Wait, I need to know the details on this. Dragon Ball Super remake. What? Dragon Ball Super is being remade as Dragon Ball Super Beerus. Enhanced additional figures, updated visuals, improved animation, and more faithful adaptation to the original work? It's a good year, man. 2026 is shaping up to be a good year, man. Peak. That's so good. They're like, oh yeah, Akira Toriyama's still alive? Slop. Here, have your shit tier animation slop. He dies, they're like, oh shit, fuck. Okay, we actually gotta do this like actually good this time. Damn. Only for the first part, okay? The Tournament of Power arc was peak. I fucked with it heavily. But the beginning, let's not pretend like watching this beginning of Dragon Ball Super wasn't a massive downgrade from just watching the fucking Battle of the Gods movie. It is what it is. Look up Dragon Ball Super Galactic Patrol. Oh, that's the name of the new series. That's the okay. So they're not only remaking Beerus, but they're also the peak. 2026 is gonna be the year I stop being a fat ass. I believe in you. I believe in you, isn't it? You gotta be harsh with yourself. You gotta be tough on yourself. You gotta love yourself enough to be rude and mean to yourself. We're so back! Dude, I'm actually so excited about that. That is like the best news I've received in so long. Holy shit. Being fat, being a fat ass, or different types of things, absolutely factual. Plenty of people are fat, and it's like, okay, that's fine. That's what it is. There's people be different. Broly weed. Alright, how about... Do we do the tunnels, or do I do one last gigantic object? I think we need the gigantic object. Oh, I guess then also we gotta do the panels. Fuck! Fuck! I gotta do these things, dude. We gotta replace all the Forerunner 4x4s, 2x2s, etc. with good-looking Covenant ones. It's a lot of sick... Yeah, look at all this. Look at all these new objects with super optimized, great physics models. You can just place them all down. These two are separate. There's that thing. This thing. Look at all these. This is fantastic. An entire new palette of objects. W. Alright, this is cool. This is cool though. I'm happy with this. This is the only other object I'm debating adding, but I don't know if it's actually going to be good. It's gigantic and would be really good for just adding massive destroyed debris chunks. I just really don't know how good it's going to look. But, you know, I think it'll look good, so I'm going to add it. I don't care. I made up my mind. You guys can't stop me. You can't stop me. I'm an unstoppable force. I'm a gamer. This is ship part E broken. Thank you for the 2, Davy Jones!
I am not presently here, but I am sending Ori your way.
Thank you.
Inject 1,500 milligrams of Turinabol live on stream right now.
What is that?
If you paint yourself green beforehand, we'll literally watch you turn into the Hulk in real time. Do it for the gains, Drake. Do it. Do it. Go.
Alright, 1,500 milligrams of Turinabol. Turinabol? Turinabol. An oral anabolic and... It's a steroid. It's steroids. Okay. I could have, honestly, context clues already told me that, but I had to be sure. Alright, this will be the first of our structure pieces. It's steroids, alright? Listen, I'm talking in the colloquial sense of the word steroids. I'm not talking about, or technically, like you're saying right now. Okay, I'm talking about the collective social understanding of steroids. Juiced up. I don't need to be juiced up. Look at these massive... Look how big and enormous those muscles are, guys. It's big, right? Enormous guys, talk about how big those muscles are. Please. Please, go on. E broken. What muscles? Bruh. What the fuck? What? Hello? That's rude. Okay, let's just be real. That's just very rude.
Did you know
Oh!
Bradley Martin is 260? He's 260, bro.
I'm going to be honest with you, Davy Jones. I don't pay attention to famous people, so I have no idea who Bradley Martin is off the top of my head. To be completely real with you, I just don't know who that is. But that's crazy. Bradley Martin is 260? That's crazy. Also, thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. Alright, this is Covenant Ship Chunk A. Apparently I came up with a bald meme. I find that hard to believe. I think people are projecting. I don't even think there is a bald meme, to be honest. Because nobody would be dumb enough to call me bald. That would be so stupid. It's obvious that I'm not. I'm pretty sure that somebody's trying to gaslight me into thinking that's a bit. Like that people talk about. That is not even a thing. That sounds really stupid. That bit doesn't even make sense. You're bald? Don't try to make it a bit. That doesn't. I'm telling you, it doesn't even make sense. I just said that. You guys are trying to gaslight me into saying that's a thing people say. Nobody says that. That doesn't even make... It just straight up doesn't make sense, man. Yet you haven't proven it's not a wig? Why would I need to prove I'm not wearing a wig when I'm not wearing a wig? Mateus, thank you for the 2.
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting? I'm not gaslighting anybody, alright? If I'm not bald, I'm not bald. Period. Slay. How's the stream 3 minutes behind? Wow. I cannot believe you were 3 minutes behind this entire time. I was literally talking to you through all 3 of those minutes. The moment I'm done talking to you, you're telling me that you were behind the entire time. Do you know how that makes me feel? Have you ever thought about how I feel in this moment? Let's talk about me. Let's make it about me for a second here, because I think that's what we should be doing most of the time anyway. Wow. Alright, this is gonna work. I have a big brain plan. Oh. Alright, well this physics model is pretty good so far. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this, separate it into its own little piece. Do the same thing real quick here. Take this, another little piece. And this last one, oh, that was good actually. So now we just have these 3 little chunks that make up this large piece. And then the last thing I got to do here is just find a way to kind of replicate these little bumps with some cubes. Go there, add a little cube. Separate by selection. This thing is enormous, by the way, this object I'm working with right now. It's so gigantic. It's crazy. Okay, we'll put that there. And then I'll raise this part up to here maybe. And then maybe oh, you know what? Let's put this all the way back to here. Alright, this is working pretty well so far. I'm just trying to create like a general shape to kind of have all the volume of all this, so that way people can't just like stand on it exactly. Loki might just split these off and make them individual physics chunks as well. That might be the move. Okay, boom. Oh, boom. Nice. Okay, this looks good so far. The last thing I need to do is just actually take these bits off and... Ooh, big brain idea, actually. What? They're all connected? Seriously? Oh, wait. Oh! Alright, I have an idea. What if I grab all of these bits from the point just above where they connect directly to the mesh like that, and then I just, boom, duplicate, separate, make it a physics piece, delete all the in-between connecting faces here. Alright, then we're going to separate by loose parts and take all these and convex hold them. Wait, I lied. Bring them back. First, we're going to decimate them. That's important. Okay, now that they're decimated, I feel a little better. Now we separate by loose parts, and then go to all of them and convex hull. Boom! Optimized? Eh, a little. Please look at supporter chat as two. Oh god, what the fuck is in support? Oh wait, I have DMs. I'm scared. Wait, Demon sent me a thing too. God, I gotta... Oh! Alright, what's going on in supporter chat, first of all? Oh, peak. Wait, what? What is this? Dude. What is this? What is this? This is why AI is trash. Is Rejected Shotgun bald? Rejected Shotgun is not naturally bald. His hair color is brown. Not true, it's dirty blonde. However, he is frequently associated with the bald label due to a long-running joke with his community. So far, so good. As a prominent Halo content creator, he often features a bald characters in his videos and thumbnail. When have I ever done that? This has led to a persistent meme where viewers jokingly claim he looks like various bald things, such as bald Pokemon. When has anybody ever compared me to a bald Pokemon? While he has occasionally shaved his head for specific videos or milestones, when have I ever done any of this? It's hallucinating! People take this shit seriously! What the fuck, man? It's just lying! God damn it. You are not bald, bro. I know! I'm aware! I live in my own body. I'm actually, as it turns out, aware of the amount of hair on my body at any given time. A crazy, crazy concept, I am sure. But it's true. Mateus, thank you for the 5. I swear to God, if we start talking about
Mandela effect. The timelines are merging. The AI knows the truth.
the AI, it's like, it turns out all AI hallucinations are actually just the AI peeking into other timelines through some like quantum entanglement bullshit. There are timelines where I'm bald. Timelines where I just had worse genetic luck. You're gone. How many hairs do you have? 768,922. Well, that is kind of cool, actually. Although the decision to put a trim texture on there is a little bit concerning, to be honest. It could definitely be a better texture. Count them all right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate it here. Look how cool this object is. That thing is enormous. Giant, enormous, large, big, huge. There you go. The Covenant McDonald's fries. Dude, why does it use that texture? It should definitely be something better. Oh, I guess it's fine. Thank you for the 420, Dickler.
Iconic bald character.
There's no iconic bald character. I've never put a bald person in my thumbnails. Why does the AI saying that I've put bald characters in my thumbnails? When has that ever happened? See, Bebo Joe, you get it. Yeah, remember that time I shaved my head? Yeah, that time that it never happened and the AI hallucinated about it? That's crazy. That's crazy. What's going on this summary? I don't know, probably the AI hallucinating some more and making shit up about things I've never done. I remember it. Stop. Stop. There's literally... You remember what? There's literally nothing. There's nothing to remember. It never happened. I was there. Can you get an AI chat summary? You don't, because you're better off without it, because they suck. I'm gonna move these and make them a little more organized. Man, look at all these, man. We got so many forge objects. That's crazy. So many Covenant chunks and bits and bobs. Let's make more. Like the way your skin feels on your body? I mean, the only reason I can feel anything is because I have skin on my body, so yes. You're asleep from the accident. Wake up, wake. I would fall asleep if I did that. I actually feel like I could just pass out there. That's kind of comfy, not gonna lie. Alright, these all look good. We can definitely do a lot with these. But now it's time for the Covenant plates. The Covenant plates. The one and only. Next is why he doesn't remember. It all makes sense now. Yep, that's why I always get distracted. Ever since the accident. So anytime you guys get mad at me, you're actually making fun of my severe mental disability, dude. You're actually, that's fucked up. Actually, this just makes me sound really terrible and stupid. Let's just go along with I'm really smart and handsome and I have so much hair and you know what? That's just the end of the story. We don't even have to go any deeper than that. That's just how it is. It's actually so crazy. Oh. Makes you feel better. Here's a $20 Fortnite gift card. Oh, I love Fortnite! Yes! Yeah! Where the fuck are all my Ultimate Forge? Oh, wait, is it here? Beam bypass. Oh, I found it! I found it, I found it. Wait, did I find it? I did find it. W. Okay, well, here's the Forerunner plates. Very advanced, I know. It's things you guys say makes my brain spin. Yeah, it's a lot. It's quite a lot, isn't it? Isn't it quite a lot? The way that it is. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm gonna go bang my head against the drywall real quick. Be right back.
Share emoji, 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 share emoji.
Oh, Matthias, thank you for the 2 for the chair emojis. Thank you so much. Yeah, I banged my head against the drywall like 50 times. Made a giant crater. It was a lot. I just realized I could not read the actual drivel in chat, and then you guys would have to super chat for me to hear it. This is a good financial decision. Thank you for the 2, Matthias.
Share emoji, share emoji,
God damn it.
share emoji, share emoji, share emoji, share emoji, share emoji, share emoji, share emoji,
Okay.
share emoji, share emoji.
There, go on.
Share
I'm listening.
emoji,
Yeah, go ahead.
Share emoji,
Yeah?
share emoji,
Right,
share
yeah.
emoji,
Okay.
share emoji,
Yeah.
share emoji,
That's true.
share emoji,
Yeah.
share emoji,
Okay.
share emoji, share emoji,
Yeah. No,
share
that's,
emoji,
that's true.
share emoji,
That's
share
true.
emoji, manual wheelchair emoji.
That ending threw me for a twist, but wow, it's really something special, wasn't it? I didn't read his manual wheelchair emoji. What the fuck? Alright, time to put cool textures on the things. Alright, first and foremost, I want the cool Covenant metal panel texture. We need that stat. It's a medical emergency. So it's on this object. I'm going to grab it from that one. Alright, we're going to save this to Cov 1x1. Cov 1x1. Okay, got that saved. And then I go to here, blah, blah. I think it was down here, not pillar, circle, half, column A, rubble, console. Perfect. This is the one I'm after. I'm trying to snag the texture for this bit right here, I believe, which is Floodship Panel G Purple. Okay. Floodship Panel G Purple. Let's go find that texture. Levels. Solo. Floodship. Or I guess this redirects to Floodship, right? Metal. Floodship Panel G Purple. Let's double check. Yes, Floodship Panel G Purple. I'm going to screenshot it so that I can actually see it. I'm pixel peeping. Screenshotted. You've been seen. It's over. And then I need a good trim for the edges of it, so I think this might be a good trim. That might be kind of sick. Might be better to have like a more silverish blue trim rather than a purple trim. I think that could look good. Give that a try. That is strip A blue, and then this one is strip A purple. Okay, I'll just do strip A blah 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 blah. I'll screenshot the whole thing. Do the purple one first. Pixel peeping, I'm pixel peeping. There we go, we got the texture sheets. Now I can use those in Blender and then just reference them in game. Easy. Alright, give me 1 second, I'm gonna hook these up real quick. Blah, texture, image texture, blah. Blah, blah. Okay. Now we can see our thing of things. that really correct? I guess that's correct. There we go. That's what our Covenant 1x1 will look like. I guess. Hold on. Covenant console. Yeah, it's just the generic panel. That's panel G. Hold on. What about panel F? What does panel F look like? Yeah, panel F can tile up and down endlessly. What about panel H? Whoa, when the fuck does this get used? That looks sick. Cool. Right, anyway though, we have our Covenant panels then. Let me copy it. Floodship panel G purple. And then the other one was the trim, which I don't want to use the purple trim. I think I want to do the blue metal trim. I think that'll look better, to be honest. If I'm gonna, no, I'm gonna do the purple one. I lied. Sorry, guys. We're doing the purple one. I know so many of you guys in chat, you were begging me. You were saying, oh my god, please, Rejected, please use the purple trim instead of the blue Covenant trim. I know, I'm sorry, but it's got to be done. Guys, what are you saying? What is metal cooler? What is happening in the chat? Please, somebody explain to me what the fuck is going on. I'm confused. I don't understand. Metal cool. I ain't clicking that. I'm busy. I ain't clicking all that. Metal cooler, thank you for the 3.
Metal cooler.
Damn, that's actually crazy. Are you serious? Holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh my god. That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna be a little lazy here and I'm just gonna double up on this. Watch, guys. You want to see some crazy shit? Check this out. I'm gonna turn on this option right here. Actually, would this even work? I have an idea. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab this. What the fuck? Hello. Okay. Anyway. Duplicate and drag it over. Don't have to worry about the UVs because they're being chilling. Then I can duplicate this. Go like that. We just delete all these. And then, what do I do? Origin to geometry? No. Yes. Cool. And then I just expand the collision model, which will have hard metal solid cov. I gotta go back and fix the other one now because I didn't realize I didn't have that. Damn, I remember trying to get this in game and somehow struggling to make a fucking cube. That's insane. Now it's good though. Jargon is getting worse. Guys, I can't. I can't. I cannot. Left plates, what's next? Hallways, doors, interiors. We're gonna do the Covenant hallways. It's gonna be a Covenant hallway. Then there's gonna be a Covenant hallway with a door closing it at the end. Then there's gonna be a Covenant room that lets you go out only, or it's gonna be a closed room, a room with one door, a room with two doors, and a room with all doors. A lot of doors and hallways, basically. That's it. Hard, metal, solid, cove. Models. Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're gonna go to flood, and we're gonna do cove one by one. Excuse me. God. We'll do cove 2 by 2 as well. Let's get these in really quickly so that we can move on to the next one. I'm just gonna verify that they work, that they look good in game, etc., etc. Don't sneeze a third time. I don't sneeze 3 times ever. I would never ever do that. That's disgusting. Fuck no. Ew. Fucking ew. Absolutely not. 2 times, passable. 3 times, it's fucking gross, man. That's disgusting. Alright, let's see if our new Covenant 1 by 1 and 2 by 2 are any good. Because if they're not, then I will redo them and make them better. They seem pretty good. What do you guys think? Are these good panels? Would you use these in place of the Forerunner ones on this map? Or maybe I should have them give them a more generic texture instead of the panels. Mostly, what do you guys? Shut up. Listen, metal cooler this, metal cooler that. Look at this metal floor plate. What do you think? They look good. Okay, is anyone bothered by the fact that they're tiling? Because I can make them fully smooth so that you can tile, so you can stack them in different ways. The tiling is going to restrict you visually a little bit. I think it looks good, but it's, you know, not. All right, metal floor. There we go. It's good. Pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool. I would use them dope. Make sure to make a covenant metal core. That's so brave of you to say that. I can't believe you said that out loud, honestly, because of how much courage that took. That is truly incredible. It's so special. Why is this one like extra shiny? You know what? I just realized I don't care. Anyway, moving on. Let's make a 4x4, and then finally an 8x8. Alright. Hide that real quick. We're going to do the visuals for the 4x4. So, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. We should have our tool enabled with correct face attributes. Wonderful. Duplicate. Move it over. We just need to grab these faces over here. And over here. Delete them. Merge by distance. Do the same thing here. Dude, what is my view? I can't even see. Oh, it's default Blender? Ew. Delete those faces. Snap those in place and merge. There's our 4x4. Honestly, it's starting to look kind of weird with all the tiling. I'm not sure if I like that. What do you make one side tiled and the other side a smooth texture? Honestly, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I was thinking about it, actually. I just wasn't sure if there was any Covenant smooth textures I could use for that. Let me see. Covenant door, blah. Conduit metal A. Covenant alpha great. What about Cov dark purple? What does this texture look like? Oh, it's literally exactly that. And then there's just Cov purple. Wait, this actually might be the exact shader I want. Yeah, literally. Floodship Cov purple. Perfect. FS Cov purple. W. I'm actually gonna screenshot it just so I can see it, but yeah, that's sick. Make it a multi-use. Floodship Cov purple. I'm gonna go you. Okay, we have the floodship Cov purple on the bottom now. Hopefully that tiling doesn't look too bad in game, but we'll find out. So we have a tiled and then flat on the back. How feasible are the asset packs posted on the archive for map making? Probably pretty challenging, because I don't have to make physics models for literally all of them. If you're making an actual level where you don't need to build physics models, then a lot easier, but Halo is very particular about the way that anything works, so if you're doing something like a piece of instance geometry, you need to make sure that shit is closed up. If you're doing it in Halo 4 or H2A, it's probably perfect, but Reach and below, you're going to have to really, really fix absolutely everything painstakingly, if I had to guess. There's the 4x4. We're going to go back to the 2x2, and we're going to add in FS Cov purple. We're going to assign the entire underside of this to that. also fix our damn viewport. Alright. I gotta cov 1 and do the same thing real quick. Oh, I don't think I exported it back there. Ah, whatever. Alright, there's 1. 2. And we already exported 4. Let's update the 2x2 real quick. And let's update the 1x1. So let's update 2x2 first. See how it looks. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks very good. Flat purple cup texture for the backside. That's pretty huge. Dual purpose. Very nice, very nice. Alright, let's update the 1x1 and then we'll get the 4x4 and then we'll do the last 8x8. There it is, the flat side underneath. Very cool. It looks brighter than the tiling side. It does look brighter than the tiling side. It might just be the lighting, but it's hard to say. It might just actually have more specular value than the panel up here has, which would cause more reflections, therefore more brightness. Whatever. Alright, let's get a 4x4 into here real quick before I forget. Bulk import that. Give it some nice physics so it doesn't flop onto the ground like a dead fish. And now we got a 4x4. Sweet. That just leaves the 8x8 and we're chilling. Whoops. Didn't even add it into the map. There it is, the 4x4. Huge. I'll say it's pretty nice looking. Kind of weird because it's like a wall panel, I think. Maybe I should have done a floor panel. Maybe I could leave like one side wall and then one side floor. Because the flat purple, honestly, is kind of you know? It's not that great. Maybe I should have had a floor for the other side. Maybe a floor would be the move. What do you guys think? Should I do a floor? The generic purple's kind of whatever, but I feel like a floor texture might actually go kind of crazy. Any good floor textures? It's gotta be something like here, right? No, that's just a purple tiled, or a blue tiled one. More purple. Interior bits. None of the parts I have floors. They're all just tiles, trims, and all that stuff. Let me check the folder itself. There's gotta be something. Oh, here, floors. There's an entire folder just for floors. Floodship Cov rug. What the fuck does a Covenant rug look like? Where the fuck is there a rug on Cortana? Hello? There's no rugs. Why is there a Floodship Covenant rug? Okay, we have the mat. The tiling mat, which actually could be kind of huge. Mat B. Okay, that one's cool, but that's mostly, I would assume, for like walkways and stuff. And then we have some kind of rubber trim to go along with it. A lot of the floor textures I know of are reused and edited from Halo 2. That makes sense. Alright, well. I was thinking maybe I could use this, but honestly, I feel like if I tiled this like a billion times, it would look kind of uninteresting. How many times does it tile? It doesn't. Why don't we give it a try? Let's give that a try. We'll switch it to Floodship Rubber Matte A. What do we got here? Let's bulk import. We'll check out the underside of the foil. Oh my god! Why? Doesn't look good at all. It just has a test. It's like a little better. It would need some kind of trim on the upside of it. I don't think this on its own will be any good. Maybe we should just leave it the purple material like this. I think that's probably more versatile. Looks like the walkways in the Scarab, it does look a bit like that, yeah. I think this is just generically more versatile. Gyarados, thanks for the 5, man. Appreciate it.
So in this long stream that I have totally been for the entire time. What doing, why doing, how doing, who doing and when doing.
Look, we're doing. Look at all these new objects. Big Covenant object. Other big Covenant object. Other 2 big Covenant objects that work together to form one big Covenant object. Ooh, big Covenant objects. Look at all these new things. Ooh, here's another new thing. Look at that one. All detailed physics optimized. Beautiful. Look at those plates. Brand new Covenant plates. Look at those. That's special. That's so special. That's amazing. Alright, one more. We got one more to do. That's the Covenant 8x8, and then we can do hallways and stuff. So let's do it. Save. Covenant 8x8. Alright, let's hide those real quick, and let's do this. Honestly, I think the tiling is going to look so bad on the 8x8, but whatever. Okay. There's our gigantic 8x8. Move it to the center. And then we can take these two and snap them into place. Beautiful. Covenant 8x8's done. Let's grab these. New folder for the Covenant 8x8. Tag folder so we can do a quick import. Oops, misspelled that. Now we just put it in the game. Easy peasy, man. 45 minutes, it'll be a 4-hour stream. Oh, I gotta end before then. We can't have it go over to 4 hours. That would be 15 minutes, not 45 minutes. No, get coffee. I already have my coffee. I'm amped right now. I'm working. I'm going crazy. Add our new crate. How could I not be amped, dude? This is like the best shit ever. You can call this a job, then I got the best damn job in the world. I'm just making new forge objects for Halo 3. Like, this is sick. There's our panels, and the back sides are all flat. The booty butts, all of them. Piled on the top, flat on the back. You want an invite to Deadlock? Nah, I'm already so sucked into Marvel Rivals that I don't have space in my life right now for another game, but I do appreciate the offer. Someone needs to add object snapping, that would be nice. Probably use the smooth texture more. Valid. I mean, I always could add more detail. The fact that this is just a pure cube is a little bit nasty. I don't love it. But they're just very old objects I've been reusing since Ultimate Forge 1.0. This looks pretty fucking cool though, I can't lie. I'm liking this. If we add Covenant hallways into this, I think the Covenant hallways should be the last like Covenant themed objects we add. Maybe I'll add like 1 or 2 more individual objects that I used up here, like for example this one right here comes to mind, and there was one other one I forgot about. There's this one. Oh, and these walkway pieces. That's it. This walkway piece here and this piece. If we get those, easy. Those and the hallways, we're chilling. Would be best to dissolve all the unnecessary edges in the larger floor objects, though. Unnecessary. Oh no, I'm keeping those because of the way fog interacts with objects. So, fog interacts on a vertice by vertice basis. At least it does on terrain. I don't know if it does on the smaller objects, but yeah, I was keeping that so that objects can fog appropriately. If not, they might start to look weird and they might only take fog in like a certain way. At least that was my understanding of how I did it a long time ago. Technically could be wrong. It might not affect objects actually, because looking at this, it seems like it's fairly dynamic. It doesn't seem to be a vertice by vertice basis. That might just be a map thing. But it's whatever. It's not that many vertices anyway. Makes me wonder, maybe I should shed some of these. Yeah, maybe. Oh, wait. That looks kind of cool. I'm trying to redecorate like the spawn area so that has something kind of cooler to look at with some of the new objects. Is it a spark effect? I mean, I'll leave that up to you guys once you get in game. I'm just trying to throw some objects down to kind of give people a vibe for the first time when they load in, so they can be like, oh, okay, there's like Covenant bits and things in this. Had a girder sticking out? Honestly, not a bad idea. It's kind of big though. Let me see. Would it work well? Maybe I could have it like resting atop the pile. I'll try to make it sticking out. See if I can make that work. Oh, that is kind of cool. I like that. That's sick. Dude, you guys are gonna be able to make some seriously cool shit with this. I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait to see all the awesome stuff y'all make. I'm excited. This is me in like 2 seconds just throwing like 3 objects into a pile of flood guts that I also placed down like ages ago. Like that already looks so interesting and cool. Coming always are gonna be amazing for Machinima. I hope so. Those are the things we gotta do next. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Let's take a look at the Covenant hallways real quick. So my thoughts on the Covenant hallways are the following. I'll have some of these be open, right? Some of the okay, wait, that's a doorway. That's, what is this? This is hallway door frame. So I'll need a frame Oh, frame doesn't connect here. I think the frame goes for this part, right? I think so. I'll have to double check how it looks in game, but yeah, basically, I'll have these variants of the hallway. There'll be a hallway where it's open like this. There'll be a hallway where one end is closed. And then those will be the hallway variants. Then I'll do this connecting room like this, where I'll do one that's fully closed, one that has one door open like this, one that has two doors open, and then, it'll all be closed. So that's one door open, basically. And then I'll have one that's two open and one that's three open. So there'll be 3 variants of this and 2 variants of this. And then, honestly, I gotta take a closer look and figure out what the hell's going on with this big room. This is like an Easter egg room. I think I've been in here once in-game. I don't really know if I want to use it. There's not really a huge reason to be honest. But it is like a different variant of the room, so maybe. Maybe. Got like a thing in the... I don't know. It's a room. It's one of the rooms of all time. How do I get into the room? It's an Easter egg room. Oh, right, and then I should probably also have the flood tree at some point, just as an extra flood-type object to throw down. Be able to help these maps. This is anti-cheat only, but the good news is, I can't speak for these people, because I haven't really talked to them, but I technically know one person who might be working with them. There's a modded custom game browser project that is community spearheaded, and it's hopefully going to allow people who want to play with mods with anti-cheat off to join custom games matches with each other and play it on MCC on PC, which is kind of sick. Is the room where you find Cortana any good? Yeah, I got several objects from the Cortana room. This pillar right here is from the Cortana room. This shield is from the Cortana room. And honestly, I kind of want to go back and see if there's any other good objects. Alright, truth is though, I gotta pee really bad, and since we're at 4 hours and there's other things I want to do tonight, besides just doing some Halo modding and streaming, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I do have to give a huge shout out to all of you though for being here. I really, really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the tips. Appreciate it. Making the tip goal nice and reasonably green. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you memberships too. Oh my god, actually we got 21 new members this stream, I think. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna do a play test really soon. We're probably gonna do like the hallways tomorrow, and then I'll put everything onto the Forge list, and then maybe like the day after tomorrow we can all do a game night. And I'm personally going to be building a Flood Forge map using all these new pieces when we do that. We'll do another challenge where we do like a 30-minute to 1-hour Forge challenge. Is Ultimate Forge ready? More or less. There's just, the big bug I got to fix is redoing all the AI nodes on all the maps. So that's going to be like a whole day just crunching that out. Well, at least like 4 hours or something. Maybe, hopefully less. But yeah, pretty much. The bug list is very short. Very, very short. And most of the bugs are actually just missing features I forgot. Besides the AI. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. I'll be live again tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. I'll be live tomorrow. It's really cold and icy, and I have nothing to do but work on Halo mods and stream. So, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for rotting my brain and lowering my IQ. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. 6 p.m. Central Time. 6 p.m. Central. 6 Center. All right. Have a good one, though, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.